Hello, everyone, and welcome here to Speed Gaming. Thank you so much for enduring a bit of an opening delay here, but we are getting ready to go here on Speed Gaming for another of our 2022 Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament races. This one between Caracarn and Antlerz44. I'm Ferran Burgundy, and alongside me I have Malchior. We're going to be bringing the action here to you tonight, and what action it certainly will be, huh, Malchior?
Absolutely, Furron. These are two highly established runners in the Z1R community, both Antlerz and Caracarn, having both run Randomizer and Vanilla Zelda 1 at a very high level. This is currently a 1-1 matchup in the third week of Swiss rounds. So I'm excited to see a close race tonight.
Yeah, it should be rather interesting. We had a little bit of an issue getting the seeds to match up here, as we definitely want to have that. Otherwise, we're going to be calling two different seeds, and that would be a nightmare for us here in the broadcast booth.
Right now, we're just everyone cross your fingers that Antlerz hardware holds up. Here we go, starting in the forest.
Yep, no weapons, no nothing here, so they're going to be looking to find some sort of access to caves that don't require any candles, any bombs, or any other access here. And we see that both runners utilizing a screen scroll technique. And we have Dark Nuts on the overworld as well as Gorillas.
And for a sec, we had like a frame by frame sync. But yeah, good night. That is our 54 large secret. Certainly at the moment, not LOZ Cards fan approved.
I believe this is what would be known as a poverty seed, as we have a check of the Armos item, and all hail, it is the wooden boomerang. The banana, as it were.
TGE is present with us at all times. Caracarn with his boomerang. See if he can make any work with that. But if you find a ladder, you will get a free white sword. White sword on the coast.
Always good to see Betty. At least that's what
Indeed.
I refer to her as, Betty.
Yes, yes, I've heard of that moniker recently. I just learned that of the White Sword's new moniker, or existing moniker. 54 for the cheap meat, but that is a pricey candle at 75 rupees. Both of our runners continuing their exploration of the overworld, looking for open caves that will be hiding their sword. There's also the possibility of, well, our Armos item was the boomerang, so yes, we will have an open cave somewhere with our wood sword. Like right there.
There it is.
Caracarn first with the sword. Antlerz should be acquiring it soon enough. Gotta be careful on half a heart. Oh, P-Hat's playing zone defense.
Alright, now that the wooden sword has been found, I have to ask the obligatory question. Did somebody say wood? For the Full House fans out there.
That is way too accurate. But, death on the ladder from Caracarn. Antlerz had a death trying to get the boomerang. He may not return. I think he's just going to leave that there and go get his other checks and try and find his sword. I'm not certain how much of a boomerang enthusiast Antlerz is.
I mean, when it's compared to nothing, it's a rather difficult thing. When did Uncle Joey start comms? Oh, Jess Andy, come on, cut it out.
Antlerz does have the money though, so he's gonna go ahead and buy this candle. And start getting a little additional exploration with that candle. This is not a pretty overworld. Dark Nuts and Gorillas. It's not as bad as Wizrobes, but I tell you, those Gorillas, they fire without warning. Antlerz says he doesn't need the paper.
So
skipping
no
the
letter
letter.
in this case here, yeah. Another mid-secret, though.
And bombs for Caracarn. First bomb drop of the seed. Antlerz has to be making his way to the Lost Hills now with those bombs, and that should also lead him shortly to his sword. But speaking of bombs, that's a nice price. 11 rupees for bombs.
Well, we're not going to see how much the door repair is because Antlerz is going to save and try to hang on to that money. And oh, look at level 9. That's where our runners are going to eventually go.
Indeed, level 9 found just south of the colloquially named Death Armos, which has just Lose Your Money Cave. My brain went off for a second.
Ooh, the door repair for 25.
There you go, door repair. But the small secret is only 8 rupees, so thank goodness we have a decent mid, otherwise this would be a poverty seed. Level 1, bound for Antlerz. I'm interested to see how far he attempts to swordless. Gonna use the pirouette trick to open the far side door. And take innies on Caracarn's side. From Dead Woods to Death Mountain to... That takes out one of our raft checks at Vanilla 4. Back to the Dead Woods. Not really good any roads, but an easy way to Death Mountain's nice.
Well, kudos to Caracarn for listening and just taking the heart already.
This is interesting that Antlerz has progressed all this way west before finishing his checks on the eastern side of the world. This means it's going to be quite a while before he gets his sword. And
meanwhile, just bombs everywhere here for
a 6-minute play into Death Mountain. Those warps took Caracarn up near level 5. With a bunch of likes. Oh! He's gonna use some of his bombs to try and get through. Ooh. Yeah, that's a hard screen to do. He's gonna leave the likes in the NSU room for now and just challenge him down here in the vertical moat room.
A little bit fewer to handle, picking up the first key of the seed. Good to be the king, apparently.
King of what is the question?
I'm pretty sure
if the old man, if the old man is the king of Hyrule, that's news to me. Zelda, do you mind mentioning something to us?
I believe that's a line from History of the World Part 1, the Mel Brooks film.
That's correct. I'm getting kind of reprimanded in chat. Here we go. Caracarn having better luck with the likes this time around. Doesn't have to kill them all because they had the standing bomb drop, so he's going to move onward to find another key.
And one of the flag sets with this is extra bosses, and we already see one of them, and there's another. A Gleeok, and then the next room, Manhandla. And Caracarn in a similar position here, trying to free himself and not get hit by these likes. And I almost commentator's cursed there.
Yeah, this just about looks like a repeat. Light's in an NSU room.
And another key pickup here.
Finding a lot of early keys. This is very good for a tournament flag set. A number of these seeds that have occurred over the weeks have been heavily key starved. Antlerz also finds level 5, but with no sword, not planning to make a lot of progress, he's going to go ahead and dip out of there for now. That's not nice, game.
Oh, nowhere to go.
That is not nice. Not only was it the moat room with the spike trap, but the shutter door closed behind Caracarn. And I think just with that knowledge, Caracarn is going to leave level 5 for now. Antlerz just continuing his overworld exploration. If he can't find a sword, he'll just find literally everything else and have full knowledge.
And to answer the question in chat, yes, one of the take any roads was vanilla level 4. So that does take out one of the possibilities. Part of this flag set, which we haven't really gotten too much into the discussion about, is that one of the levels is guaranteed to be hidden by one of the required items, either the power bracelet, the raft, or the recorder. So there's 7 different locations, and we have level 6.
Yes, that is correct for yikes. That is a painful level 6, opening immediately into blue wizards.
Oh.
That is correct, Furon. So, overworld exploration items are much more highly prioritized in this tournament flag set than they would be in, say, other types of Z1R seeds in tournaments past, I'd say.
Oh, and these are some beefy keys here. These bats that are flying around, taking a couple of sword hits here, and
everyone hates super keys.
yeah,
Just annoying.
is down to nothing.
Gotta stay on your toes. Alright, Antlerz is heading north. Hopefully this is a play into the Lost Hills and he'll find his sword. That keysrube is all we have going for us in this 6. You have to kill the wizrobes to make progress.
And there's a big nope on out of there.
Seen enough. But yeah, slow start so far. We've seen heavily required combat rooms, and we only got a stick for said rooms. We've seen not many resources. I mean, we've seen good bomb prices, but no good dungeon to start with yet, in my opinion, Furon.
No, although, I mean, they could go back to 1, which was just one right of the vanilla start. And Antlerz was so close to the wooden sword, but opted to go right, and well, now we've got level 4.
He'll get back there. The way they normally route this, and I think it comes from their vanilla routing, is to get the corner first, and then they go back up the Lost Hills, and from there they turn that into an immediate wrap over to vanilla level 5. But he's got to survive the Gorillas first.
Good block of the shield.
Caracarn, you're going to have to do a reverse block clip if you want to break logic to get past that. Instead, he knows the logic dictates he has to be able to do it without tricks or glitches, and he's going to try and find a way around.
We got our first game of Name That Ink Blot.
Trash. I call it it's a helicopter.
I'm gonna say a tabby cat under a cloud.
I'll tell you one thing, it is a triple segmented level 4 for our first dungeon to see, like with a map. Not pretty. Antler's gonna go ahead and buy a key. I like this play. As I said previously, these tournament flag sets have been very key starved. It's kind of been extremes. It's either you find 20 keys or you find 0 keys. At 1440, Antlerz picks up his sword. Caracarn survives the room. Wow.
There's a lot of ducking and dodging, and there's the Tringle, but Caracarn's gonna keep on trucking through here.
He spends a single key for this room. Let's hope he's rewarded. This could be a staircase room to either one of the segments or the item.
Oh, what a find! The any key, the skeleton
he spent his
key.
last key for that. Wow, Caracarn coming up big in level 4 with the magical key. And with Triforce right one room over, he is going to be done with 4. Huge play by Caracarn, claiming his first Triforce. This is an early compass in 7 for Antlerz.
So just kind of getting a little reading of the tea leaves here. So far, 6 out of the 9 levels have been found. So only 2, 3, or 8, at least one of them is going to be behind either a raft spot, a power bracelet spot, or Recorder Lake.
And I'm certain at least one of their overworld items is going to be behind that massive whiz ropes that we saw in 6. But Antlerz has found the path to his Triforce. If he doesn't need a bomb. Good so far. Now, oh, good. These moblins could drop some bombs. He wants them.
Level 7 looks like 28 rooms, if I'm counting that correctly.
Slightly on the lower side. Feels good. Better than 33 rooms of pure torture.
And we've
All
got
right,
a
here we go.
four-headed Gleeok guarding the Triforce in 7.
This is just a Tuesday for Antlerz. Literally, it's a Tuesday. But but yeah, he should have no problem with a 4-headed Gleeok, especially with sword beams to help him. Now, don't make me a liar, Antlerz. Just pretend it's one of your damageless runs. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. Antlerz successfully slaying the 4-headed Gleeok. Claims his Triforce at a level 7. Hashtag never 7. And leaves it. And finds level 3 right above the waterfall. An early Triforce in 3, gonna go further looking for our staircase item. So yes, in this tournament flag set, we do not have Heart Shuffle enabled. All we are looking for is our staircase items. Save in like level 1, there's also a floor drop item, and level 2, there are no staircase items. It's only floor drop items. So that's why you don't see Antlerz caring about any of these rooms. He already saw his Triforce. He's just looking for a push block.
And trying to avoid those blue Lionels, oh boy.
Absolutely. So yeah, Since he saw the early Triforce in 3, he doesn't have to clear any rooms whatsoever. Just looking for a push block. That's not it.
And the up A because ladder blocked thanks to the shutter door.
Indeed. Gleok says, ready for round 2? You ain't got those fancy beams anymore. But this is a potential stair room for Antlers. He'll have to, oh, here we go. He will have to kill the Gleok before he can check the push block.
It looks like the white sword item is the heart, which was picked up by Caracarn.
A key means that is not the staircase room, but good kill by Antlers. And okay, container as the white sword item just kind of by odds slightly raises the value of digging dungeons. Now that you know you won't have that zonk of just a single heart container waiting for you if you chose to dig a large dungeon.
Looks like we've got a blue submarine for the ink blot here. Or maybe, oh, you know what? That's Dory from Super Mario 64.
Ha! I like it. Chat reminding me of an interesting little tidbit with how Fred had to code the randomizer. Maybe Antlers knows this. Gleok cannot be in a push block room because the ability to push the block also cuts off Gleok's fireballs. So if you ever see a Gleok in a room with a potential push block and you're looking for your stair item, just skip that one, because the item's not going to be there. It could be right here in a diamond staircase, and it could be the ladder, which will give you access to the white sword on the coast.
Or somebody was noting in chat, apparently the Ramon. Well, they said the Razor, but I thought that was a little mean. But in honor of the late great wrestler Scott Hall, who passed away yesterday.
Yes, I
Hey
heard
yo.
that. Hey yo, indeed. I watched a lot of wrestling in my younger years. Back to the match. Antlers gets his Triforce and ladder at a level 3. His second on the board. Probably going to take a few of these southern coast checks en route to go pick up Betty, the white sword. And en route he will find. En route he finds level 4. He'll come back to that after he saves Betty from the ocean.
We've got a meat purchase on Caracarn's side.
It's cheap enough, and these are very confident runners. They don't think they'll need anything like to save for a blue ring. The one thing you will want to save money for, because we have extra bosses in the tournament flags, is you'll probably see both of our runners buying arrows at some point when they can find the arrow shop. Well, here we go. Up an A, back to the start screen, so Antlers can go into level 4 with white sword in hand to clean it up more than likely faster than Caracarn could. Antlers also has a few more keys coming in here, so I think he'll easily acquire that any key in the far southeast corner.
Oh, that's right, this was a triple segmented 4,
It
right?
is a triple segmented 4. Antlers not opting for the segment yet, but there's the reverse block clip.
Oh wow, Cantaloupe. Yeah, I've been suplexed, body slammed, clothesline, but never taken a power bomb.
Antler's now seeing that triple segmented level 4. We'll see if he's the kind of guy to spend a single key for a single room, and if he is, he will be rewarded instantly without hesitation. So keys are no longer a worry tonight for our runners, as both runners will have the any key, and Caracarn finds the red candle in level 1. But yes, that is a very fast 4. Triforce, item, done. That marks Antler's 3rd Triforce, making up good time for not finding his sword earlier.
How quickly I forget. It's like, oh, Caracarn's leaving the key, but oh yeah.
Antler's finds his red candle in 1. And Caracarn putting that red candle to use to take out these super keys. I like this a lot. Especially if the keys like stop for a brief moment, the candle can take them out in one swift blow. Alright, I guess it's come to it. Chat, who's your favorite wrestler? Furon, who's your favorite wrestler?
All time, gotta be the Macho Man, Randy Savage, yeah.
That's good. I think I'd put mine as Shawn Michaels. Both from his story and how he had to overcome his addictions and stuff, to changes in his lifestyle, to always being the showstopper in his matches, his charisma, and in his humor.
Yeah, if you're saying currently, oh man. I feel like by
don't know.
answering this, I'm going to slight somebody who with whom I've trained either under or with. But I think since among them, the one who could probably kick my rear the most, we'll put it that way, I'd have to say Damian Priest, since he was one of my coaches before he got signed by Ring of Honor and now WWE.
Wow. I don't even know if I could name anyone currently. I've seen videos and stuff, but I just don't follow the sport anymore. But Triforce out of 1 for each of our runners, having claimed red candle and something else that must not have been of high value because they're done with 1.
Well, it's entirely possible. I mean, we did see quite a few dig doggers that one of them might be blocking the floor item.
Oh, that's fair.
And with no recorder yet, they can't be taken out.
This is true. We may still have an item or floor item outstanding in 1. We'll find out later if we need that or not. Antler's finds level 6, and he's gonna have a rude awakening when he goes through this door. Yeet! He's got the keys though, so he can try and explore further.
The Shockmaster. Well played, Philcom.
The Shockmaster. Even I know about that.
Oh, good old Fred Ottman.
Yeah. Oh, this is painful. So that Keys room did have a transport stair, but we got to get through Pole's voice and Wizrobes in a confined space to make progress through it. And this means Antlerz has to get through that Wizrobe room again, now on 3 hearts. Well, that was a quick little...
I see somebody mentioning Glacier. He's actually a pretty good trainer. He actually is one of the coaches at a school down in the Atlanta, Georgia area known as the Nightmare Factory. It's also where Cody Rhodes is associated, Dusty's son, Goldust's brother, and it's also owned and operated by QT Marshall, who's currently in AEW.
Antlerz did find a way to bomb up past the Keys transport, finding another route through this 6 to avoid the blue Wizrobes. Y'all can keep it up with the wrestling talk. I'm totally fine with it. I just don't have as much to offer if it's not from the Attitude Era, or the Ruthless Aggression Era, or the Invasion Era. Red ring for Antlerz in 6. He don't care about those Wizrobes anymore. Golly, red ring and white sword. This is. You do not give players of this caliber resources like that. They will tear a seed apart. Triforce, 1 room up from the red ring. That 6 is done. Toss it in the trash. We're done with it.
That's about all they could really hope for there.
Our guys are just making up for lost time. That way we can get to the match following this. I'll go ahead and plug that in now. Following this match is the rematch of Summer Games Done Quick 2019 and the finals of Speed Gaming Live 2020. The creator, Fred Coughlin, versus the previous champion, Jam Evil. I believe, should this finish in time, that match will be coming up right after this one, so stay tuned to Speed Gaming. It's full of bangers tonight.
So what you're saying is quickest interview ever in the post game? Is that kind of the... Oh wow, look at that. 122 for 6 bombs.
Pricey, but worth it. Nothing could be as quick as the interview I had to have last night, because we had to kick me off stream to make way for the 7th anniversary race.
Oh.
RC was hot garbage.
Oh wow, so level 7, does that have both bomb upgrades in the same...
It does.
Huh.
Given the shortage of money, I don't think we will be acquiring both of them. But +6, you only need 1. Oh man, Antlerz with his ladder find in 3 is gonna make up such ground. With all of what we found, we are still missing our overworld items. I mean, Antlerz could definitely find one here in this 5, but we're missing our raft, our power bracelet, our recorder. We're gonna need at least one of those.
So I just threw it out there for any mods who might be in the chat. A pretty decent prediction to utilize some of the good old channel points on. Which is the blocked level? Level 2 or level 8?
I want to say 8, and I'm going to say silvers are in that 8. Because then we'll make a fun little game of if 8 is the last dungeon they find, and they find Triforce, are they going to dig 8, or are they going to do the 50-50 for silvers in 9?
We have seen 9. 9 is just below the Death Armos spot.
Yes, but the gamble would then be, do you dig 8 looking for your silvers, or do you just go straight to 9? Ooh, Caracarn. He was, I think, that was the Triforce room. He's trying to fight that Gleeok to get his Triforce out of 7. And he does not have the white sword yet, so it takes a little effort. Gleeoks are just showing up in force tonight, Furon.
Yeah, they are definitely making their presence felt. And
Bow
there's the bow
in
in
7.
7.
Antlers did not find this hashtag never 7, except when it has the bow. Redbird Grad, I hope you're watching, or watching later. So Antlers will have to return to 7 at some point. Caracarn knows that Gleeok was giving him some trouble, so he'll come back to 7 with the knowledge that at least he pulled a bow out. This kind of changes the whole dynamic of the seed now. And now Caracarn is in the dungeon that unlocks the whole seed, level 3, with its ladder within. Caracarn going to go ahead and get his Triforce out of this 3. Probably going to use the full health to aid in his exploration of the dungeon. Yes, he's going back in.
9 hearts, good reason to do that.
It's nice and safe, and you don't know what's through here, especially with extra bosses. Could be more 3 to 4 headed Gleeoks. Meanwhile, we've been through nearly all of this 5 and still have seen no stair item for Antlers, and he's so confident with his red ring. He's like, I don't need more heart containers. I've got white sword. I'm not checking mags. This is likely our item in 5.
And it's the recorder.
That opens one of our overworld locations. We'll see if that is required momentarily. It also allows us to kill dig doggers. We still have those dig doggers in 1 that could be blocking something. Caracarn gets stuck in that same Chevy room that caught Antlers, so he has to up an A back to... Oh my goodness! That wall does not open. There is another hidden staircase in this 5 to get to that Triforce.
Oh no.
Well, with his tracking, Antlers seems to know which one it is. It's right here. So, not a lot lost, actually. Good awareness by Antlers. And great mix of the white sword and red candle for combat.
And picks up the Triforce in 5. So now there's got to be some doubling back here because we haven't seen too many.
Caracarn able to bomb his way out of the light trap and just barely skirts by on a single heart. That Triforce in 5 was ladder blocked, so the game wanted you to go to 3 first before you could claim your Triforce out of 5, which Caracarn is currently in 3, so as soon as he finds that ladder, that will not be a problem. I agree with the sentiment given in chat by Link Harkinson. This steed is very likable. We've seen a bajillion of them across 3 and 5. Alright, Antlers back in 1. Probably gonna beeline to the Dig Dogger rooms to find one's floor drop. I don't think the double 6 drops in level 1. But Caracarn getting his... No! No!
Oh,
no!
no! Getting
It
his
dropped.
behind handed to him by one of those thick bats.
Frickin' super keys.
Oh.
He's got to go back through all of that 3,
You hate to see it.
including the like combat. See if you can go around. You have an any key. Yeah, I like that. And that just allows us to see on display the power of the red ring and the white sword. Wait. Oh, the segment. So the floor drop is going to be here at the corridor or one room over? It's the raft.
Wow.
That opens a total of 1 spot. So I imagine Antlerz now is going to beeline to both his raft and his recorder checks.
And now there's the ladder pickup.
So while we're seeing 6 to 3 Triforces, this is not as lopsided as one may think. Because Antlerz has to return to 7 at some point to find his bow. The problem for Caracarn is, all of these traditionally large dungeons have had their items right next to their Triforce, such that they've been able to be cleared quickly.
Caracarn gonna go pick up Betty, the white sword.
I'm a little surprised to see Antlerz burning Candle Row. Like, he knows the level 4 raft spot is no good. So I'm surprised he doesn't go to the go to Dead Woods to try and cash in that recorder. You know at least one item is under recorder, raft, or PV. So I'd want to take like the 33% chance or whatever that you already have the item that's blocked. He's prioritizing all of his overworld exploration, because frankly, they found the dungeons quite quickly. It just took us a bit to actually make progress inside any of them.
Well, there's also no guarantee. There's the white sword item. There's no guarantee that it's one or the other as far as levels 2 and 8. They may both be locked. I didn't even think of that.
Yes, that is quite possible, Furon. So Antlerz is just going to clear out the rest of his overworld before doing his overworld block checks. Caracarn back in 7 with his white sword. He thinks he feels confident now to finish that Gliok. Again, I would have done this later, because if you save this until after you say cleared another dungeon, then you're coming back on full hearts. So, okay, never mind. He got a ferret. He's good now. Don't worry about it. I'm done. Go do your business, Caracarn. Give that Gliot the business.
I wouldn't necessarily make any kind of self-declaration of dumbness. It's more, you just changed your opinion based on additional information that was brought in.
Thank you. Like a professional, you can spin anything. Antlerz is gonna continue exploring all of Western Death Mountain, looking for his dungeons. I don't think anything's here. If anything's here, it's a single dungeon.
Oh,
Caracarn succeeds in his battle against the Gliok and claims Triforce number 7. With bow in hand, he is done. 4 Triforces on the board.
So you're banking that both 2 and 8 are blocked?
At this point, I'd say yes. The game was kind enough to give us the overworld blocks relatively quickly, and it even required the recorder to get one of them. So I'd say the logic is pointing in that direction. Okay, never mind. Two is blocked. We can say that much. But Antlerz finds 8 in Death Mountain. Sometimes I just ooh. Well, we can pay the mugger with a magical key. Caracarn is going the same direction. He will also find this 8. Oh my gosh, the double clip. It's so good. That is like the one trick I haven't figured out yet. I gotta practice that up. But Antlerz making his way through 8. I'm curious to see if he gets an early Triforce, if he chooses to leave or not. Oh, he's still missing Bow. No, he's fully clearing this 8 if he's missing Bow.
That's a fair point. Now here is a staircase. And it's a transport.
But here's the level 8 for Caracarn. We're going to have both of our runners in the same dungeon. Antlerz, with the advantage of having the recorder, will allow him some additional checks or even progress at all. Does Dig Dogger guard the way to enter into 8? It would seem
like it
so.
Does.
Oh no. Caracarn must immediately leave level 8 and go find his recorder. He has to get to level 5.
So, looking at things here, yeah, one of those 2 levels would have had to have not been blocked because all of the other items were accounted for. The 2 items in 1, and then the ones in 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there had to be some way to get an item to progress to 2. So I believe by that distinction, if the recorder and the raft aren't the items that lead to 2, then the power bracelet would have to be here in 8. Now granted, there's a couple of if-thens, but that... there's a 66% chance that the power bracelet will be here in level 8.
I'm not certain how that logic follows. I believe there's also the possibility of, because you have the recorder and you can get through 8 and you can get a Triforce out of 8, you could have 2 under recorder late and then just put the power bracelet in 2 because it's not needed at all. But Antlerz finds something that is valuable to have. Book in 8 will give him the maps to all of his dungeons.
But alas, no boomstick, as that is not part of the flag set. I like the boomstick.
It is a fun thing to play with. It's another optional flag we can play with on our randomizer, where the book is stuck in a shop instead. And if you get the wand and book together, instead of firing, well, fire, your wand will shoot bomb explosions, which is great for checking walls, for blowing up Uncle Wizzy, and for just in general causing chaos across Hyrule.
Yeah, a fun yet not featured flag here in this tournament that, if you're unfamiliar with the nuances of Zelda 1 Randomizer, oh boy, Antlerz, apparently not a... wow.
He's building a count. He's getting a count up to 9, and then he's gonna kill the 10th enemy with the bomb, so that he gets a forced bomb drop. Because he's only on 1 bomb remaining. He's hoping he can shoot something or bomb something, and you can't bomb that. So he'll kill the Gliot now, maybe work up a count again.
Or
Gets
just
a
get a
bomb
bomb
anyway.
drop there.
Oh, Caracarn, careful. Trying to make use of his boomerang to stun the Lionels because he's on half a heart. Does get the kill. This is the recorder uplink. No, this is the Transporter 5 that you need to get the Triforce. I think the recorder was in the south of this 5. That heart container is going to help a little bit. Meanwhile, for as much of this 8 that we've seen, where's our Triforce? Where's our compass? Oh, we haven't seen the southeast quadrant yet. But there's recorder for Caracarn. Now he can go back into 8 and begin that dungeon. But Power Bracelet in 8, you called it. Quite possible that level 2 is Power Bracelet blocked. I still don't think we've seen Recorder Lake, but one of those checks will definitely be hiding level 2.
Mugger room, no consequence when you have infinite keys.
Feels good, man. Caracarn has to make his way back to the top of this 5. He doesn't know that. He left a lot of rooms undone here in the middle. It's just very dangerous combat he has to endure without this red ring. Those parts will help.
To answer the question in chat, yes, there is a Zelda Monopoly, and your Boardwalk and Park Place are Hyrule Castle and Temple of Time.
That is phenomenal. Antlerz finds his Triforce in 8. Having seen Book and Power Bracelet, that is a full clear of 8. He is off to find level 2. He will full clear level 2. And then he'll feel slightly confused and perhaps a little bit worried when his bow is not there. Now Caracarn will learn that this wall does not open up. Has to go take that transport he saw a little while earlier. English. The start Power Bracelet is not the answer. Antlerz moving to the Forest Power Bracelet check.
Alright, so that's 2 of them. So now we've got 50% chance that it's still blocked by the Power Bracelet, 25% chance that it's Raft blocked, and 25% that it's Recorder blocked.
Oh, did we not see Coast Raft yet? Oh, we did not. Wow. Again, like I said, I would want to knock those out early, but here we go. Now we got Hill's Power Bracelet check. Caracarn claims his Triforce at a level 5. That's his 5th on the board. Just our 54 large secret.
Large in inverted commas. So now it's a 1 in 3 shot here.
He's heading to Recorder Lake.
Well, okay, here's It is not recorder blocked.
Now we have Grave Power Bracelets or Far Eastern Raft. It's going to turn this into a raft to check the grave. Golly, these high-level runners can rap so fast.
Yeah, those screen scrolls are very instrumental. I think I can count the number of times, or count on one hand the number of times that I've been able to do it successfully in my lifetime.
I can do it, but not as fast as these guys. Grave Power Bracelet
There we
is
go.
the answer, which means Caracarn will have to dig that Power Bracelet out of 8 to complete the seed. I put the ball firmly in Antler's court now, as I believe he has dug every single dungeon, so he will know to go back to 7 for his bow. Caracarn continuing through this level 8, taking the transport going to the east. I believe this is the way to find the book.
So also of note here, I'm just looking at the various items. So we saw both items in 8.
2 must have had something of Oh, no, 2 is where Antlers is right now. We got 3, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6, 7 is bow. Saw both items. Yeah, Antlers has seen everything. He even went back to 1 to check for its floor drop, and it was the raft. So Antlers has perfect knowledge of the seed so far. And I definitely say, outside of obviously finding stuff like the ladder first, because Antlers was slow to find his wood sword. The difference at the seed has been the red ring. There's been a lot of required fights against 3- and 4-headed Gleoks, multiple Lionels, multiple blue Wizrobes, and Antlers has just been able to clean that combat up so quickly and so safely with that red ring out of 6. Like, he doesn't even want the compass because the rest of the 2 is linear. He's just going to clear it all. Or he's already seen the Triforce.
He's already seen the Triforce.
Okay.
But at this point, looking for the floor item, so either it's going to be the blue boomerang, and there will be a lot of people yelling Fred, it'll be the wand, or it'll be the silver arrows. Those are the only 3 items to which we are uncertain.
Please
the other
don't be
2 will
silvers.
be in level 9.
I don't want it to be silvers. I want the silvers in 9. Our count is getting a little low, but it's red ring. And Lionels are in the heart group. I'll tell you something crazy, Furon. No matter the result tonight, one of these guys falls to 1 and 2. That just seems that just seems nuts. I would see these guys at the top of any bracket any day of the week.
Oh, there we go.
And Fred.
So Wanda and the silvers are in 9.
Well, that should make for an interesting 9, hunting for 3 things instead of 2. And we will be there shortly as Antlers claims his last Triforce at 58.29. And he is off to level 9. Furon, what are we looking for in 9?
Oh, we're looking for the rather infamous Roar and Adore. We're looking for a shutter door that doesn't open even if you kill all the enemies in the room.
Oh, we're
And
not
if
off the
you
9 just yet. We still got to get the bow out of 7. But you are correct. I apologize. I set you up for that. That is my fault.
Well, you did say what are we looking... Oh, I don't know if you said what we were looking for in 9 or what are we looking for just in general, which in this case is the bow. And
I did say in 9. I forgot about the bow in 7. Even chat's like, well, you better go to 7 first or we got problems. So Antlers will be going to 7 for his bow real quick. And then we'll be off to 9, and I will gladly hand that back over to you since I so rudely interrupted you, sir.
Just putting the proverbial cart before the horse, and I think that's understandable given that I know I know
take
people
long.
have their eye on a particular other race that is imminent.
This is true. It didn't take long. Now with bow in hand, Antlers is off to level 9. Caracarn getting a little low. Oh! And we already have a map of this 9, thanks to that book. Starting in the far southwest corner. Alright, chat, this is one of my favorite predictions. And now we can toss it to Silvers. What quadrant is the silver arrows going to be found in? Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Normally I use that prediction for where's Ganon and where's the princess, but I think it's better placed for Silvers tonight. Oh, Caracarn just surviving the fight with the Gleeok. Gets bailed out with a fairy. Still looking for potentially his other item in this 8, but especially his Triforce.
The dude abides.
The dude always abides. This is a double shutter room. This will not be the princess. We are looking for a single shutter that does not open when all the enemies have been cleared. Now he'll probably he might re-enter this room. Oh wow, the force off the Gleeok head. That is a next level professional vanilla runner play. If you bomb the red heads, you increment the count for each frame that you hit a red head. And so that can be 10 immediate increments on the count with the bomb. Then you kill the Gleeok without getting hit, and you force the bomb off of Gleeok.
I would not have known to do that.
No, I've even heard people mention it before, and I forget to do it every single time I'm fighting a Gleeok. That only works on bombing the red heads. Well, we got a wand.
And there's the wand.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's like, there might be Patras. Gonna go ahead and pick up that wand.
Just that quickly. Man, that was a pricey gamba there, as it looks like over 300,000 channel points.
What did we find first? The wand.
The wand was found first.
Nice. I didn't even see that prediction going. That's funny. But
That
Caracarn,
was less than a minute with it where it happened here.
That's funny. Caracarn does find the book, which will give him the rest of his maps. And now, hopefully, he can find his way to his Triforce in this 8. Seen a lot of staircases in this 9. None of them with sharp, pointy silver objects to propel. There they are,
Silvers.
far southeast. Didn't seem that hard to find either. Just keep taking staircases. Meanwhile, he's doing the force again. You have to not get hit every time you do this. Unreal. Unfortunately, Caracarn suffered another death in this 8, taking him back to the beginning of what is a rather long dungeon.
Can't go that away.
That's suspicious. That is very suspicious that it does not open. Could possibly be Zelda on the other side of that.
Now, that fairy was just being elusive there.
We hear a Ganon. That's a
And
princess
that's the
right
door
next
that
to her.
doesn't open.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. I don't think I'll be able to talk long. It'll only take 8 stabs with the white sword. Very easy stunlock for Antlers.
And another death for Caracarn. Ganon in his own room. There's the opening of the door right off the bat. And get out your GGs for Antlers, who is going to take the victory here with an official race time of 65 minutes and 44 seconds.
That is incredibly fast for what was essentially a full clear. He saw everything. Every single item in every dungeon was cleared out. Every overworld location was checked. And he still finished just over an hour. Exceptionally well done. And we have, let's see, Antlers joining us in the booth. GG's, sir.
Yo, thank you for the GGs.
I'm trying to think of any questions. All I can think of is, was there at any point in this seed where you felt like you were struggling? Because it looked like easy street all the way through.
I mean, I would have liked to have found the wood sword a little bit earlier, but honestly, I feel like the late wood sword kind of allowed me to just kind of get a lot of routing out of the way, get a good feel for where everything was in the seed, and then kind of go back and tackle some dungeons. So, yeah, I would have liked to have had the wood sword earlier, but at the end of the day, it wasn't that big of a deal. We got very fortunate in 9 to find that to find those silver or to find that staircase that led directly to the silver arrows. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty straightforward seed. Like, I mean, the plays were pretty obvious from the way that I routed them. Sorry.
I apologize. Yeah, what really seemed to unlock the seed was to get the ladder out of 3, because we were seeing ladder blocks everywhere, and it allowed you to get white sword, and that just opened up all the combat.
Yeah, I honestly kind of assumed that I was the second one to get that. I'm glad that I kind of dipped out of that 1 and the 6 and the 5 without really doing too much at all when I found them, because that ended up meaning that 3 was the first dungeon that I really dug, and obviously, that was the play. So
It was. We can tell you were actually the first to acquire both ladder and white sword through that play.
really, I'm surprised. I like the Lost Hills was the last open cave area that I went to. I even checked East Death Mountain before I checked the Lost Hills.
Well, it's quite interesting because Caracarn had that early sword, and you guys were finding dungeons left and right. There were a lot of early dungeons he could dip into, maybe get some progress through some rooms, but ultimately get blocked out by a ladder block or a dig dogger block or key blocks, anything else under the sun. Yeah, but we do have a forfeit from Caracarn.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and see how he routed it, because the wood sword was like, it was in the candle shop right next to level 5. So when I found that, and then I found the ladder right after that at 3 on top of the waterfall, I was like, oh man, I definitely found this last.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting race, and your red ring proved to be a very large difference as well. Caracarn was struggling a little bit through the combat and the Gleeox, and white sword, red ring. I mean, I know what that means for skilled 80% runners like you guys. It's just like off to the races.
Yeah, no, it was the red ring made it so I didn't really have to worry about combat at all, especially with that white sword. It was pretty trivial after that.
Furon, you got anything to offer?
Now, I think I know we're kind of closing in on time here because there's another race that is going to be on this very network, so stay tuned, as coming up next we have, it's a big rematch from SGDQ 2019. We have Jam Evil and Fred Coughlin. It's going to be right here. JSR and LOZ Cards Fan 23 are going to be on the call for it. I think we're probably good to wrap things up, kind of fade to screen here, let people change things around behind the scenes so we can bring that to you here. Malchior, it's been an absolute blast, and I look forward to coming here again. Also, thank you to XO for taking care of the tracking, and for all the folks behind the scenes in these Speed Gaming networks. Thank you for bringing this to everyone here, and we look forward to more of it. Until just moments from now, where we'll have another race coming your way with JSR and LOZ Cards Fan 23 on the call. For my broadcast partner, Malchior, I'm Furon Burgundy saying stay classy, my friends, and more importantly, stay safe. So long, everyone.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
See y'all. Enjoy the games.